Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It is a Alpha Deku X neko listener, and so I'm planning for my next story to be one that I made, so I hope you guys will like it. It is a villain Deku X neko listener, so I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get started. Alpha Deku X neko listener. Izuku is a kind but shy alpha. Many had a hard time believing that he was indeed an alpha. His shy nature and soft scent wasn't all that appealing to omegas, so more content males with a more appealing scent like Bakugo or even Todoroki were always surrounded by omegas. But Izuku wasn't too worried about that. But to tell you why, I have to explain a few things. In Class 1A is a various class of alphas and nekos. In this world, there are alphas and nekos, are cat people. For centuries, these two races were great rivals and didn't get along. The werewolves had ranks of alphas, betas, and omegas, while nekos had only two types, the strong, proud neko panther and the small, cute neko kittens, which in this book, I really don't know what it means. And sadly, in the old times, alphas who were in a rut or just wanted some, you know what, would hunt down a neko, I'm just going to say kitten because I don't know how to say this word, I'm sorry, and had their way with them, if there was no omegas nearby. Since they were not very strong, this appearance happened far too often to any unlucky, I feel bad, I'm just going to say fillies, because that's what it says here, who just happened to be nearby at the wrong place at the wrong time. So they started to making separate schools for nekos and werewolves. Laws were played down and was left at that. But nowadays, a few schools like UA try to mend the bond between the two by making a school for both nekos and werewolves. The bond between them was better, but not by a whole lot. More were able to coexist, but still suspicious of each other. Any was back to the story. UA is a various school. Most of the students get along, some becoming good friends. Izuku's closest friend was another alpha named Ida, and the other, a neko fillies named Chaco. As they made their way to the cafeteria, 4 omegas came up to Ida and Izuku. They started to flirt with them as they slowly pushed Uraraka away from them. So, what are you two alphas doing today? One of the omegas purred. You know, it would be nice to have someone strong alpha at our table, the other said as she grabbed Ida's arm. Just a couple of omegas, oh my gosh, just a couple of poor omegas who need protection, the third said, leaning closer to Izuku. Uraraka could see her alpha friends were really uncomfortable, so she tried to step in. They were going to lunch with me, Uraraka said to them. The 4th omega turned around to look at her in disgust, looking at her up and down. Then go ahead with them. I'm sure there's enough rats behind the school for you, she said in a Patarosian voice. I don't eat rats, Uchako said in anger. Then go back to the alleyway dumpster, where all you filthy cats belong, the 3rd omega snapped. Hey, this is UA, a school to teach young heroes and to create peace between werewolves and nekos, Ida said with his robotic arm motion. Yeah, Chaco is our good friend, Izuku said nervously. The Omegas seemed to just roll their eyes. The fourth Omega pushed Uraka, causing her to fall. Uh, hey, Uraka, Ida and Izuku called out, but the Omegas blocked their path to her. You're a neko, Phyllis, so you're even weaker than us, the fourth Omega said with a chuckle. Hey, a voice called out. They all looked up to see a girl with lion ears and a tail. Her confidence railed off her. You could tell she was a neko panther, a, a lion one at that. As I'm sorry, as let out a low, intimidating growl, Izuku recognized her right away. It was Yin. The Omega females could sense it too. You could literally shaken from where they stand. Yet they continued to play and act tough. Hey, this is UA. No fights allowed, the second Omega said, trying to play innocent. I could say that to you, though it appears that it doesn't bother you, that you were breaking the rules, Yin countered. Well, we can all keep the peace when you alley cats start minding your own business, the fourth Omega said, as with ever, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, ever courage she had. It looked like you were one of the bargaining into other people's business, Yin said, leaning in closer. Her growls became louder. With her ears dropped flat down to her head and her tail started to swish side to side, Yin took one strong step forward as the Omegas jumped back, startled. If you don't stop, we're gonna report you for harassment, the second Omega warned. Yin had enough as she let out a mighty roar. I'm sorry. The cafeteria went silent as the power of Yin's roar rattled to the... Izuku and Ida could feel their insides vibrate to the roar. The four Omegas ran off with their tail between their legs. Ichako quickly got up and dusted herself. Thank you, Yin-san, Ichako mewed. Yes, thank you for stepping in. It's really disappointing that we have students like that in this school, Ida bowed as thanks. You are amazing, Yin, Izuku stuttered as his cheeks started to glow red. It's nothing, though I should probably leave since I disturbed the peace, Yin said with her air quotes. Yin left the cafeteria, leaving Izuku and his friends. As Izuku watched Yin leave, he noticed Yin drop her handkerchief and didn't notice. Izuku quickly picked up the handkerchief and quickly chased after Yin. After a little hunting around, Izuku finally found her. Yin? Izuku called out. Oh, hey, Izuku, aren't you having lunch with your friends? Yin asked. You dropped this, Izuku said as he handed her handkerchief over. Thanks. Oh, sorry if I just happened to ruin your chance of finding a mate back there, Yin apologized. Oh, it's fine. I'm not really into Omegas or any of those types of girls, Izuku mumbled. Oh, so you don't swing that way? Yin asked. No. It's just I have a girl in mind, and she's a neko, Izuku said nervously. Oh, it's a Chaco, isn't it? Yin said with a small smile. No, it's not a Chaco. Yin, I've had the longest crush on you, but I thought you would hate the idea of a mixed-race relationship, Izuku rambled. I mean, yeah, it's a big taboo, though why me out of all people? Yin asked. These feelings came about near middle school. You were so brave, strong, so kind and beautiful, and you smelled so pretty, Izuku confessed. But I do understand if you don't want. He was interrupted by a pair of lips on his own. Izuku pulled away as his legs felt like they were about to give out. Izuku's heart fluttered in his chest as an inner alpha was demanding him to mark her as his. I like you too, Izuku. But for now, let's just keep this between us, all right? Yin whispered secretly into Izuku's ear. Yin gave a quick peck on the cheek. Izuku's legs finally gave out as he fell on his butt. I'll see you later, Izuku, Yin said with a cute giggle as she left for class. Sadly, Izuku didn't hear the bell as he was too far over the moon. Sorry if this was short and sorry if I kept stumbling. I do want to apologize for that, and I hope you guys enjoy. So goodbye. See you in a little. Wink, wink.